So my mother kicked me out today because I wouldn't let her financially take advantage of me. She told me to get out and take nothing with me. Then she left. I'm really fortunate that one of my friends lives in the same building as me. So we were able to take everything I owned in about 3 hours. I've been seeing this coming for a while, so most of my things were already packed away. Now a little context for my friend. She, bless her heart, has the worst body odor I've ever smelled. It's bad, like never completely come out of fabric bad. And for the past 3 hours, we have been running up and down 2 flights of stairs carrying heavy boxes. So as we sit on the couch, resting and taking the place in before we never return, I allow myself one petty thought. I grab my mother's pillow and I hand it to my friend. She understands the assignment. That pillow goes under her armpits, her back, her chest, anywhere it can soak up 3 hours worth of sweat. That pillow sees hell. We put the pillow back in its place and leave. Now I don't know if she actually meant for me to leave or not, but when she gets home and sees my room empty, I hope she regrets chasing away the last person who cared for her. And when she gets in bed and lays her head down on her pillow, I hope she cries. I've been getting a lot of questions and I can't sleep, so I wanted to answer a few of them. The most asked one is, of course, what do you mean by taking advantage of you financially? First of all, no, she didn't ask me to pay rent. I would kill to just pay rent and know my living situation will be secure. I'm not sure where to start that would give enough context, but I'll start by saying that my mother is a narcissist. She is a miserable woman that everyone who has ever known her has hated. She is a leech that has only ever known how to take from others. She's been addicted to gambling since before I was born, and she certainly hasn't stopped now. Anyways, I'll get into the main story. Please keep in mind that my knowledge is very limited. Most of it came from her, and she is the least honest person I know. I don't understand much of this to begin with. So about a year or 2 ago, my great-grandmother passed away and left her house to my mother. The house is in a gated community trailer park with a horrible board HOA, something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it is. My mother explained it to me as a club, and to live there, you need to qualify to join it. To qualify, you need to own a trailer, a truck to pull it, and go on a few camping trips with them. My great-grandparents promised that we wouldn't have to do anything, but the club demands that we go through the process to qualify to live there. Our living situation isn't awful, but it's stressful to maintain. My mother found some guy to drain of his money, and they've been fighting over rent every month. I'm not told much, but I saw a paper that said we owe a lot. I truly don't know why we didn't move down to the house to live basically rent-free. She said it was so I could finish high school with my friends, but I don't believe her. She didn't want to move there, but she didn't want to sell it either. She claimed that it was both because of sentimentality and because she knew she would gamble all the money away the moment it hit her bank account. I know my great-grandmother's death was hard on her, and her grief made her spend more nights at the casino. I would almost feel sorry for her if she didn't make her 16-year-old daughter comfort her at her grandmother's deathbed. So, once she burned any money she inherited, she pawned off the trailer and I assume the truck too, but I never heard much of it. She pawned anything valuable she could find. She would often ask me for money to keep from losing them forever. She'd often just ask me for money for any reason. Once she realized that she couldn't just win back enough money to get the trailer back, she started begging me for the money. Not me, begging me to ask my dad for money. They've been separated since I was about 11 and haven't spoken a word to each other since. The night before my 18th birthday, she told me that I needed to get money from him, or she would lose the trailer, and then we would lose the house. I already felt bad enough receiving any money from him, but asking him for thousands of dollars? For my mother? He would literally never give her anything. and apparently it would just be all my fault that we lost the house. I barely made it 20 minutes before breaking down and leaving school early the next morning, walking 2 hours uphill home. That was about 8 months ago. It's just been a constant stress with her demanding things of me that I just can't do every month or so. Recently, she finally decided to sell the house because she couldn't qualify to live there. She found someone to sell it to, even if it's for a lot less than what it's worth. 5 days ago, I'm just sitting at my desk when she comes into my room and just tells me that she gave my number to her agent and that he's going to call me. She doesn't elaborate until I ask, why? And she just tells me that she's going to put the house in my name and that I'm going to sell it. I am 18. I barely understand half of the things she has told me about what's going on with the house. I really don't care whatever advantage I might get from it. It's too much stress and I have no idea what I'd be doing. No one is going to tell me what the consequences of this could be. I wouldn't even understand half of what I'd find online if I tried to look it up. I don't even know what to ask. This is an absurd thing to ask of anyone so inexperienced. Why is she doing this, you ask? She said that because of the taxes she owes. If the money went into her account, it would be used to pay them all off, and she wouldn't get to keep most of the money. You see, I don't really understand it completely, but I've been told that this is tax evasion. My own mother wants to use me for tax evasion, whatever her reasons and intentions. I don't trust her. I may be missing out on a lot of money, but my loss is none of her business. The consequences of her actions are finally catching up to her, and she's upset that I won't sacrifice myself for her. I've got my whole life ahead of me, and I don't want to start it off any worse than I already am. Anyways, I know that if I have that money, she will never stop asking for it. She'll just do what she already does, but on a larger scale. Ask to borrow money, never pay it back, or pay half it months later. Then she said she will, then beg forgiveness while asking for more. She will do it for the rest of my life if she can. So I immediately called my dad and we made a plan to talk to the agent together once he gets back to my state from his vacation. Horrible timing, I know, but things happened way too fast. Today I was still in bed when my mom comes into my room and again just tells me that she's going to put the house in my name and have me sell it. Then she tells me there's fees, $1,200-ish, for doing this stuff and she needs me to get the money from my dad. I haven't even put on my glasses yet, much less think about what I'm going to say. So I just tell her what I always tell her, that he won't give her anything, and she just fucking loses it. I don't say anything else. What I'm realizing now was a trauma response, and it just makes her even angrier. She screams at me that I'm stupid and a bitch over and over, until she just tells me to get out and go live with my dad. So yeah, I wish she just asked me for rent. Sorry if taking advantage of me financially wasn't the right way to put it. I'm just not sure what else to call it.